Welcome back to the Resistance broadcast, everybody. The base is open, and it is time to podcast Talking Star Wars. I'm John. Thanks so much for joining us today. This is our Thursday show, which is our open forum kind of discussion type show. We're going to be doing One with the Force this week. Will the Force is on the back burner, baby. But we are playing our game, Who Are You?, which is our Star Wars movie quote guessing game. If you're new to the podcast, one of us comes up with questions, and the other two play one-on-one to see who can get the most answers correct. We'll go over the rules later. Some of you probably already know, and you're like, just get on with the program, John. And I will, by first saying hi to James and Lacey. Guys, welcome back. If everything is correct in the world, we are 3 days away from an announcement of a trailer that is 4 days away for The Rise of Skywalker. So what's going on?
We are 180 hours from an announcement from a 197 hour. No, I don't know. It's so specific and weird. Tough. But yes, I am the judge. I am the layer of the quotes. I am the MC of this week's Who Are You segment. But I actually will admit, I opened up the show notes and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how crazy these One with the Force questions is. I'm so torn on so much of this. Yeah. Lacey, do you have your answers set? Are you good?
With One with the Force?
Yeah.
I have a couple thoughts, but I'm more anxious about this game because John gets super competitive.
I am very competitive, but...
Hey, I set the rules though. I award the points.
I know, but he gets super competitive.
I can take a loss. I don't like when things get like out of control.
I'm pretty confident with the quotes that I have as far as like nobody else said this, or like I can personally vouch that I watched the scene in the movie via my official file and weird stuff like that.
Well, so
I think we're good to go. No. I'm just saying. I think we're good to go.
I'm excited. It's funny when I think about. We also have Mello doing a pod race later. So
yeah.
Cool. Via Spain. Miss you, buddy. Mello was upset because he doesn't get to be in the chat as much because of his hours. But you get the center stage on this episode, buddy. So there you go. And then we got Resistance transmissions later. We have a good show, so I'm excited about that. I'm hoping, it's funny, like, we're pretty sure we got the trailer coming on Monday, so I'm pretty sure that's the case. But I'm surprised it's this close. I feel like J.J. Abrams just signed on to the movie, but here we are. Anyway, One with the Force is a journey, so let's go on it right now. So James, what do we got?
The Force is with me, and I'm one with the Force.
Well, for One with the Force this week, we got, just as usual, 5 questions where we're going to have to pick out one specific answer. This first one is a longer question to read than I think the answers will even be. Here we go. You owe the Hutts some cash quick. There are games being played for money at a local cantina. You can have Beckett play for you in a Dejarik tournament or Lando in a Sabacc tournament. The caveat, though, is Lando cannot cheat with how he's doing it with the cards and stuff. So the question becomes, who do you choose to try and win your money? John, let's start with you on this question.
So I had to go with Beckett in Dejarik because Chewie is very smart. You figure he's played some games before, and Beckett toyed with him, wiped the floor with him in that chess game, and chess is tough. Lando, Han had him beat twice, and we've only seen him play 3 or 4 hands in the movie, so we don't know exactly how good Lando is if he can't use that little wrist trigger to get the extra card. So I think without that as the caveat, I have to go with Beckett, because I think Lando without cheating isn't all that good of a card player. So I'm going to have to say Beckett and Dejarik is to win me my money, to pay back the Hutts so I don't get in trouble.
I'm actually going to jump in real quick before Lacey does it, because I almost completely disagree with that. I think Lando's actually a really good card player. He just used cheating to ensure his win. Whereas Beckett, to me, I don't know that he's really like, is he a professional gaming like Lando is, you know what I mean? Dejarik player. I think he just knew how to play and had some basic understanding of like, oh, you want to anticipate your opponent. I kind of got the impression, even though he's like 190 years old or what was that? I kind of got the impression that this was Chewie's first time encountering the game. Like he was just learning how to play. Yeah. So I don't really think like you can be smart, but not really know your way around a chessboard.
Okay.
And just the average player would probably be like, I'm teaching you a game. This is how you play. You got to anticipate your opponents. Cause he's even trying to wipe the pieces off. And it's like, you can't do that. I mean, you've never seen this game before, but I know you can play it with physical as well. But Lacey, what do you got? Who's going to be the tiebreaker here? Lando? Is he winning our money back or is it going to be Beckett?
I'm going to pick Lando. Because again, I think Chewie was playing for the first time. I don't know if Beckett was really that good. And Lando, at the end of Solo, even without the card, puts down a really good hand that he thought was going to win. And then
Boom.
Solo beat him.
Losing hand?
No, he had a look on his face like, I don't need the card. It's still going to beat you.
He was like, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I think Solo's just that good that he beat him.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah,
Because
Lando beat everybody else at that table.
Right. Before he even played Solo, that means he was hiding that card the whole time.
Yeah.
He didn't keep playing the card. He held on to it. So he didn't play that card until Han Solo showed up. So that means he was beating all those people without the card.
I'm just glad the three of us didn't agree on the same answer.
Yeah. And he quit being what he was to become a professional card player.
I'm picking Lando now.
No, you can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. Get out of here. No cheating, John. No cheating. That's the caveat.
Archivists. We've hired TRB archivists who now keep all the... No, they don't.
All right, next question is, what is the greatest acting performance in Star Wars to date? Full movie performances, not just a scene. This is a big one, guys. This is one I think I struggle with the most because I tried to really give like a solid answer. And no matter what I came up with, I'm like, oh, that can't be the best answer. Lacey, what do you got? I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Adam Driver is the best actor to ever go through Star Wars and the best character. As Kylo Ren. Do I need a specific movie?
You got to pick the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Last Jedi. He was unreal in that movie. He went from, I left TFA not liking him, and I left The Last Jedi with him as my favorite character. So I'm very stuck in my ways, and I'm very stubborn. So for someone to convince me over 2.5 hours that they're my favorite character, he did a pretty good job. And his scenes are always so intense that he just brings a different dynamic to every scene he's in, and he just steals the scene. So Adam Driver, definitely.
That's a good pick.
Thank you.
John, what do you got? Adam Driver in The Last Jedi.
Harrison Ford in The Empire Strikes Back. Just watched it again the other day. The carbonite scene where he says, the princess, you have to take care of her. And then after the whole I know part, he's being lowered in, and just that face, the look on his face that he gives Leia, just kind of like I don't know what's about to happen sort of thing. Just from the humor to the romance to the action and stuff, I feel like he just carried that movie. And I love Empire so much, and you guys know that. And I just feel like nothing will ever top his performance in that one. So it's got to be Harrison Ford in The Empire Strikes Back for me.
Man, this question broke me. I read like the first question, hours before we podcasted. And then I didn't read like the third and fourth and fifth questions till like real close to it because I was so stuck on this question. And I feel like it's going to be an unsatisfying answer because I don't even really know myself. But the one I just kind of kept coming back to, and I know it's weird, but Oscar Isaac in Force Awakens. And I know I feel crazy about that a little bit, but when there was a couple years ago where I was like, I went on this thing where I was going to try to figure out who is my favorite fictional character of all time. And no matter what I came up with, there was always like these weird little flaws with every character. And I was like, well, I can't pick that person then. But something about Oscar Isaac in that movie, I feel like he gave like a really wide range. And I feel that him playing characters in other movies can show how far of a stretch Poe is as well. And I know that's a little out of the box, but I don't like it when certain characters, play themselves in a movie. And I'm like, I love that character and it's great. And he's totally that character, but he's also that person in real life, so that kind of bothered me, but I don't know. It's not a very fulfilling answer, but that's one that I kept coming back to.
Yeah.
Close calls though were Diego Luna though.
I knew
I
it.
thought that's who you were gonna say.
No, the only problem with his role is he
name?
doesn't have anything
Felicity
that's
Jones.
like totally breaks him down. And I hope we get that in the Cassian Andor show because he can do it. But there wasn't ever a scene where he wasn't still tough. You know what I mean? Even when he's like, I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old, he's still Cassian in that scene. And I wanted to see him broken to show the range.
Either him, Felicity Jones, or Mendelsohn.
No, not Mendelsohn.
Oh, sorry. Not Mendelsohn, who's like everyone's favorite actor.
No, I mean, like, he's all right or whatever, but like, he's very stiff in that movie. He's delivering his lines. He's very clear about what he's saying, but I don't really think he like shows any sort of range or anything. All right, let's do it. Next one. You made a deal with some ugnaughts. They've agreed to carbon freeze one Star Wars character for you. Who do you have them freeze? John, this one goes back to you for first dibs.
Can I ask a question to follow up this question?
How do you say ugnaught?
No, what would be the benefit of freezing someone? Like, what is the...
Think about why did they freeze Han Solo?
Well,
I guess I'm just wondering, like, is it to keep in my collection? Or, like, am I giving it to someone?
How about this? However you need it to happen. Use your imagination. You struck a deal. You want them either out of your way. You want them as a prize. You want them to ship them to the Emperor like they wanted for Luke. Whatever you want to do.
I kind of had two answers depending on the purpose of the carbon freeze.
All right, Lacey, you go first then.
No, I'm saying one, as in one with the Force, as in you can't have two answers.
No, I know. I'm not giving two answers, but depending on how I understood the question, it would change up who I would want.
Yeah, I have a really tough time with this one.
You go, John.
I got one. You guys want to think about it?
James, you go first.
Boba Fett, baby. Purely because of the irony of it. I would love to be like, and check this out. In my basement, I have a full carbon freeze of Boba Fett. Fun fact, it's the real Boba Fett.
It is Boba Fett. Yeah.
It's not like this interesting little knockoff. I legitimately got an ugnaught to freeze the real Boba Fett in his prime in this thing over here to my right. And he's still alive. He did survive the freezing process.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
I just don't know if I.
All right, John.
I'm having a hard time with this one.
This is probably the toughest one we've ever had, I think.
Yeah.
Over who's the best actor in Star Wars, and they're all great. Come on,
Lacey. Do you have one yet?
No.
I feel like mine's gonna be a cop out if I pick one. All right. You know what? How about this? How about Thrawn?
Okay, that's a good
Are you
one.
gonna shoot him off into space?
So yeah, I'm gonna freeze Thrawn so that Timothy Zahn can take a vacation and not keep hurting his fingers typing up books.
Oh, come on. Oh, good. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, frozen Thrawn.
You're gonna throw him out.
Thraw him out.
Oh my.
James, you're pretty good tonight. You got one on the Patreon earlier that got me laughing.
I honestly don't have an answer to this. This question's silly to me.
All right, can I give my other one then, and you just don't go?
Go ahead.
This
All
is
right.
Lacey's pick here via James.
Yeah, Palpatine. You
I
gotta
thought
freeze the
about
most
that.
evil being
Yeah.
and just take him off the market, man. End all that stuff.
I actually
Somehow
like
an
that
Ugnaught
answer.
takes advantage of Palpatine. He freezes him, and you are then like, I captured him. I've got the guy in handcuffs. He's all yours, or whatever, or I'll hold on to him. You know, however you want to do it. But if you have the advantage to freeze Palpatine and kind of like lock him up, then I don't know. Although he's like pretty good with the Force, he'd probably like awaken himself.
Yeah, then you'd be in trouble. You'd be sleeping, and all of a sudden he's just like comes into your bedroom. He's like,
Yeah.
Was he
kill
all
you.
up in your bedroom?
he kills people in their sleep. You know that. That's fact.
Yeah.
That's canon. So
His essence would be all up in there.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my joke answer is like, Kylo Ren, but I don't know
Sure.
who I would
Is that
honestly.
your joke answer?
Yeah, my joke answer, not my serious answer.
Shirtless Kylo Ren.
Yes, joke answer.
I'm surprised you didn't say like Tally Lintra or
But she's already dead, so I don't need to freeze her.
wow. All right.
Well,
All right. Well, I guess we're good then.
Okay.
All right, cool, we got it.
It's weird. Next.
If you, Lacey, I'll tell you what. If you think of one later, just shout it out.
No. Go ahead, James.
She just says a name with no context. She's like,
Well,
Mon Mothma.
Yoda. Yeah.
this
what?
next one,
What
this
was
next one
that?
continues the theme. So
Yes. Flipping it. Uh-oh. Guess what just happened? Someone made a deal with some Ugnaughts, and they've agreed to freeze you. So which Star Wars character do you trust your belongings to
This is
keep
my
them
nightmare.
safe, secure, until you're eventually rescued from the carbonite?
all right, read that again. 'Cause
Lacey.
I think maybe they didn't hear all that.
All right, okay. You just got frozen in carbonite. The Ugnaughts got paid to freeze you. You now have to trust a character to take care of all of your belongings until hopefully eventually you get out of the carbonite. Lacey, this flips right back at you. Who do you trust to hold on to your belongings?
This is terrible. Rey, because she's a hoarder, so she would take care of all my stuff.
Is she a hoarder? She sells all the stuff she
would sell it
finds.
for portions.
No,
Yeah.
she collects stuff. She just doesn't need portions anymore, though. We're talking about Rey currently.
She'd be like, yo, Unkar Plutt, here's Chubbs the cat. Give me some food.
No. I mean, Rey
It
would
is
probably
true,
eat my cat.
Unkar Plutt would be like, how much for the carbon freeze? And she'd be like, actually, it's not for sale.
Yeah.
So, all right, John,
never
who do you
thought about
got?
it
Who's
like that.
keeping?
I never thought
I never
about it
thought about it
before.
like that. He's like 60 portions. She's like, oh, I never thought about it like that.
Okay.
Good point. Who do you got?
You sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. I would say Obi-Wan Kenobi. He held on to Anakin's lightsaber in that one chest for 20 years. No one
Oh,
took
see,
it.
like you gave an logical answer.
I mean, that's just like, or you could say Maz, I guess. But yeah, I gotta go with Obi-Wan. He's trustworthy. He's loyal. He'd be like, I've held on to this for 20 years. You can have it back now. And I'd be like, thanks, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, Obi-Wan. Old Obi-Wan. Watching like the Kenobi series, he like sells people stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's funny too because there's that like meme or picture where they're like, "Your father told me he wanted you to have this when you were old enough," and it's like him laying on the ground like, "I hate you."
Hello, young. I stole this man Ben's wallet. You want to go by the name
Yeah,
Ben?
and it clearly shows him walking over and taking it. Oh, dude, it hit my mic. Clearly shows him taking the lightsaber from him.
Prequel memes. Of the
My answer is Leia. Because I have been reading a lot of the like Star Wars mainline, and more so just very much seemed like when she puts her faith in someone, you know, she just like makes sure that happens, like no matter what. And I don't know, they're like writing her character really well. And so I just kind of had this idea that if she made a promise that she was going to do something, like she wouldn't be like, you were the rebellion. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's kind of that, like, the reason we succeed is because we put the needs of one over the many, you know? She's kind of like one of those stories, like a Mission Impossible kind of thing.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. All right, we got the next one. This is the last one. Lacey, before, well, the pod race, but I was going to say before who are you? But all right, you're producing a brand new Star Wars movie for Lucasfilm, and you have to choose between George Lucas, Lawrence Kasdan, or Rian Johnson to write your story and script. Who do you pick, John? Why'd you pick Lawrence Kasdan? Just kidding. I already know why.
George Lucas.
Whoa! Surprise answer. All right.
And the reason why it's George here and not Larry, he's my guy, but is because if you're starting
First name basis, look at that.
Who do you want better to start a brand new Star Wars story than the guy who started the brand new Star Wars story from scratch? So George Lucas is the greatest storyteller of all time, in my opinion. I would want him to be the one to pave the way for this brand new story. Now, if there's a sequel to it, I'm calling Larry. And if I wanted to get all weird and twist things up and make me think, I'd call Ryan. But to start things off, George Lucas.
I just picture John this is it. This is the first draft. Can I read it? Okay, cool. And he's like, in the beginning, the wills said to the microbiotic universe, and you're like, George, is this your script for 7? Like, just so mad.
He just dials it in. He just hands him.
Yeah, Disney wouldn't let me do it.
He just changed the date on the Word doc.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
J.W. Rinsler reads it. He's like, yep, this is exactly it. He's like, this is the treatment.
The like journey of the bills. Like he just like changes it like a little bit. All right, Lacey, who are you picking? Rian Johnson?
No, I was going to pick George because George came up with
All right.
Star Wars. So I'm sure he has other ideas, and like people like that don't stop thinking about their universes after they're gone. Like it's just in their head. So I'm sure he has some great ideas, and Rian Johnson's great, but he's great basing his stuff off of what exists, not off of brand new, never thought of things. And if there's one thing we've learned is that like everyone's like, oh yeah, George taught me about the Force, or oh, George told me about this, or George came up with this. So why not get the guy that just is the guy? And Lawrence is great, but like he writes scripts based on like the actual ideas and treatments. So you would need someone to come up with those treatments and ideas prior.
I did not say George.
Okay.
Who do you think Who do you think I said?
Rian Johnson.
Wrong. Lawrence Kasdan.
What?
Oh.
What is going on in this podcast?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
I picked Lawrence Kasdan because, I mean, I think generally, just arguably, I think most people would say he wrote some of the best Star Wars, right? I know George Lucas is still out there too, and I get your point of like, he's the creator is starting it up or whatever, but at the same time, I think like, when you just look at like dialogue and how things were all put together and all this other stuff, I'm like, man, it's got to be Lawrence. One of the big selling points to me too is when I thought about George, I think George would want it to be his way and he wouldn't budge. Whereas I think Lawrence is like, yeah, whatever, Maul at the end, that's fine. Whatever. I don't know the Star Wars stuff. You make it all connect. I just wrote, so I think he would be willing to bend and we'd be able to work together to become a very good like synergy, if you will.
Larry Kasdan would be like, James, can we write about Han Solo? He's my favorite character. He'd be like, no, it's got to be new, Larry. Come on.
Yeah, but the same dude wrote, Rey and Finn and Poe.
No, I know. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Plot twist, if John Kasdan was in this list, I'd choose him.
Over Larry?
Over Larry?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Not me.
Yeah.
I like John. I'm not saying that. I'm surprised by the answer.
We're
like
talking new, so
That's like picking Dale Jr. over Dale Earnhardt. Crazy.
NASCAR.
Andrew
All
Staley
right.
likes that reference.
Well, that's it for One with the Force. Lacey, you want to talk about who's up for the Patreon pod race this week?
Speaking of racing,
Yes. So Patreon Pod Race is a segment of the show that is dedicated to our highest tier on Patreon. So what Patreon is a way for you guys to get involved outside of liking and commenting and subscribing. It supports the show and lets us make cool content. So this week we have Mello all the way from Spain. And his question, which I probably should have had up before I got to this segment, so I'm going to bring it up right now.
wow. Well, Mello, I hope, I bet right now as he's listening, he's taking
I can read
a
it.
picture of his dinner.
You
No,
want me to
I
read
got it. I got it.
Okay.
So
I got it. Yeah,
his
still
question, which is interesting timing with the Freddie Prinze Jr. stuff, as the self-proclaimed Gray Jedi, would you like to see Rey use both the dark side and the light side force powers in The Rise of Skywalker? Or do you want Rey to be all light side? So Mello, take it away.
That's a really interesting question coming from you guys. Well, yes, I would love Rey or anyone to use or masters both sides of the Force. If you think about it, it's actually necessary for the good guys to win, because the Jedi Council fell because they ignored the dark side so much that they didn't know how it will manifest. Also, being an EU fan or the Clone Wars fan, which is canon, the Mortis arc, it talks about it, the importance of understanding both sides of the Force. Well, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna keep it short, and hope all is well over there. Mr. Chad, miss you all. Evil Resistance.
Awesome job, Mello. We miss you, bud. I'm going to have John go first. John,
Oh, okay.
what do you think?
Mello, I guess as expected. Like we said, you're the self-proclaimed Gray Jedi, so you like this idea of the treading both sides here. I mean, it's a good answer. I usually lean more towards, it's either one way or the other, and I think Rey's gonna go all towards the light here. But like we saw in that D23 clip, there's something going on there with Darkseid Rey, so that's interesting. I thought you had a great answer. It sounded like you were being a little quiet there. Was it kids sleeping with babies sleeping nearby or something like that? It looked like maybe late at night.
It's actually a haunted house.
It was in a haunted house.
It was like a scene for a scary movie.
Yeah. Great answer. Good job. And we miss you in the chat too. But we love seeing when you get to pop in now and again with your different hours. But great job as always. Thanks for all your support. Again, we're coming up on a year of Patreon, and you've been one of our longest supporters. Mm-hmm. You're the best, and thank you.
Yeah,
James?
thanks, Mello. It's fighting words, man. I don't agree with all this great Jedi stuff. So you better jump in that general chat when you get a chance. Let's have a little hash out over this as friends. But yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Balance, that all makes sense. And in some ways, I could totally see that they go that route for Last Jedi, to be like, you know what? It's all been all about this light, dark, and like, why don't we just completely solve this situation? It is balanced. That's it. We can proclaim it. We can say it. Yes, everything is solved. It's all fixed. I sure, I'd like to see something like that, but I just still don't know about that light and dark, man. But hey, you're great. Thanks for doing the video for us, and I'll see you around.
Mello, great job. I feel like I should be whispering right now so that I don't wake anybody up.
I don't want to wake up.
Hey, what's up? ASMR, just like, Anyway, I understand where you're coming from with the light side, dark side, gray, middle of the road type stuff. And a lot of people are really into that. I have toyed with the idea for a little bit, for a couple of years, being like, oh, maybe. But at the end of the day, I really think it has to be either you're a good guy or a bad guy. You can't have, like, you can be a good guy and make bad choices, or be a bad guy and make some good choices. But ultimately, there is a defining, you're either on the good side or the bad side. So I don't know, get a little tricky, but I guess we can chat about that at another time. But thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it. You did an excellent job. Now we're going to head into an anxiety-driven game. Go ahead, James.
The name of the game is Who Are You?
Who are you?
All right, so we're doing it, guys.
Do you want to read the rules?
Let me see, what's the tally here? I beat Lacey, so I faced John. John beat me, and now John is going up against Lacey, and then hopefully Lacey wins, and none of this makes any sense whatsoever because there's no stacking.
How can
I
you
don't
as
know.
the host say hopefully someone wins? What is that, dude?
I'm very clearly cheating, John.
It's
I'm about
already
to
starting.
give Lacey all the points.
It's already starting.
Do we need to read the
Lacey's
rules?
like Han Solo, and I'm like, yes, he did say, may the force be with you, or whatever, you know.
I think we should read the rules for new people.
All right. So let's see. Do we got here? James will give us both the same 9 quotes from Star Wars movies, and he will have to guess, we will have to guess who said them. We'll have to write down our guesses, show it, and say it at the same time on me when I say I'm counting to 3. 1, 2, 3, and they both have to reveal their answers. Each question is going to be worth 2 points. And then we're going to do this thing. We're going to try this out. It's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. That's why we're reading the rules. One of them can ask for one hint at some point in the game, and then in order to not make it so that they both get the hint, I'm going to text them the name of the movie that it's in, which could help them get to the point of like who said it, because maybe give them a little bit perspective on where it took place. But if they do that, they in fact forfeit 1 point. So if they get it right, they only get 1 point instead of the other person who still has the option to get 2 points. A high score at the end of the game wins, where the points don't matter. And we're doing scenes from a hat.
Drew Carey.
All right. You guys want to get started? I got one pulled up.
And the tie,
You
a
ready?
tie goes to sudden death, right?
Tie goes to sudden death. I got a couple extra quotes.
And
Hopefully they don't
play along
tie.
at home,
then,
and then brag about how much better you did than we did.
yes, absolutely. All right.
Good luck,
Now,
John.
before we get started, I played no favors here.
luck, Lacey.
I went to a random number generator, 1 through 10, and I told the thing to pick from a specific movie, and if it said 4, I picked from A New Hope, and if I hit it again and it said 4, I did A New Hope again. So there was no pulling, no even like, oh, we haven't gotten a Rogue One question in a while, but that one's coming up.
So what numbers did you give Rogue One and Solo?
It was release order.
Oh, okay.
So 8 was Rogue One, 9 was Last Jedi, and 10 was Solo.
They don't care how you came up with it, though, probably.
I'm just saying. You asked, so.
That's
all right.
true. I did ask. Why'd I ask that?
All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
The first quote is, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Once again, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. 2 points going up for this one, if you guys can get it. Always got that hint.
Train
I'm gonna send it
yourself
to you.
to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Train yourself to let go.
So again, I picked movies completely at random as a movie generator. So when we get later into this, don't be thinking we haven't gotten a certain movie in a while, because you might not get a question from it.
Mm-hmm. Lacey, do you have your answer?
Yeah.
All right, that's one locked in. John, what do you got?
I need one more second here. Read it one more time.
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. I'm also going to try to read these not in the cadence of the character because I feel like that could give it away. So I'm trying to go flat on them.
All right. I think I have a guess. We'll see.
All right. Got it written down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Yoda.
Obi-Wan.
The correct answer is Yoda from Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
I thought that one was interesting because we had said in the last
It's when
game that
Anakin's
Yoda was
talking
a
about
bad
leaving
quarter.
Padme, and he's afraid of losing her.
Okay.
Yep, and they're sitting in the room on the
Yep.
like little mats or the
Yep.
little
Oh,
like
yeah.
things, and they got the light across their face. Okay. All right, Lacey, that's a big fat 2 points for you. You excited?
2 points.
Taking the lead right at the beginning. All right.
Don't jinx me, James.
I'm just narrating. You're like,
You have to narrate.
No response,
yes,
right?
Yes. I think that's important.
all right, we got another quote coming up here. You guys ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Send a distress signal and then inform the Senate that all aboard were killed. Send a distress signal and then inform the Senate that all aboard were killed. So, what are we coming up with on this one? Any clues? Any clues?
It's definitely the prequels.
I cannot confirm that it is or is not the prequels because I know, and that would be constituted as a hint. You want to hear it again?
No, I'm good.
John's good.
Okay.
Sounds confident. What do you
have
got,
a guess,
Lacey? You got
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
All right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I guess I'll just go 3, 2, 1. You guys heard the quote? All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is the correct answer.
A New Hope.
2 points to John on that one. He said that at the beginning of A New Hope, right after he told Leia, you take her away, you're part of the rebellion, send her away. And then the guy next to him says, if they hear word that you've got her, it could generate sympathy for the rebellion. And he's like, don't worry about it. Send a distress signal and then inform the Senate that all aboard were killed. Vader says that too.
You don't.
Right.
Yeah, you never think about how he thought that way. Like you're just like, it's Star Wars, it's happening, and then you're like, wait, if you isolate that line, he's like, no, I got to figure out how to get around this.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like, there's some politics here, and if they figure out that, so how are we going to do this? Yeah. All right. Next question is.
So we're tied up, right?
Yeah. This is the clue we need to unravel the mystery of the Sith. This is the clue we need to unravel the mystery of the Sith.
Oh gosh, that's one.
If you're on audio, they both look stumped on this one.
Yes, so to me, this is one of those lines where you hear it, and then I hear 6 different characters' voices saying it. Can you read it one more time?
Should I read it in Jar Jar Binks'
Do it in
voice?
Jabba the Hutt's voice, and then
Yeah. Ooga booga di booga da la.
it's like, is that
All right, here we
Khal
go.
Drago from
Yeah.
Game of Thrones?
This is the clue we need to unravel the mystery of the Sith.
I think I got a guess, but
Ooh.
I love picturing the guy
like
in their car.
Lacey
That's
just
like,
did a last minute change of it. So.
I don't know. All right, you guys got your answers locked in?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
I think so.
All right.
Watch it be
here we go.
my first guess.
That's usually what happens to me.
All right.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
Count Dooku.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu said it.
Look what was
in
my
the
first
Fandom
guess.
Menace.
Oh, the cross out.
Mayor Windu.
Son of a
Might
bee.
not have given it to you. Just kidding.
But I'm just
Mayor
saying, because I've said that a couple times and people didn't believe me. I'm showing you that it was my first guess.
Yeah, she definitely did. All right. Oops. 2 to John.
That happened to
that
me.
one.
I think last time I played this, I was like,
We can't take so long because then I start to think on it.
All right. Okay, so we'll do the next one. All right, here we go, guys. Score is 4 to 2. Anyone's game.
Yep.
There's no sense in risking yourself on my account. I'm done for. There's no sense in risking yourself on my account. I'm done for. For audio listeners, I think John has it. I think he's written down a name.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is one of those things where, like, when you first hear it, you're like, okay, I think I got this. And now as it's like marinating, I'm like, do you have it?
So Lacey says I need to move faster. So in 3,
No.
I'm just
Can you read
playing
the
with you
quote
guys.
again?
Just play. Yes. There's no sense in risking yourself on my account. I'm done for.
That's so like Shakespearean.
So dramatic.
Good.
Yeah.
I remember you were talking to somebody recently. Was it Molly Damon? She's like, the Skywalkers are so dramatic. And you're like, we actually did an episode on how dramatic Darth
Yeah.
Vader is.
I was like, we did a full episode on is Darth Vader the most dramatic character in Star Wars?
That was a fun episode.
Yeah. You can't unsee it too.
Yeah.
Because like every time, like even at Galaxy's Edge, like Kylo Ren like chokes the guy and then he gets on his shuttle and it's like
The steam,
all the smoke and stuff. It's like, what is it? It's not landing. What's happening right now?
I think I have.
All right. You want me to read it one more time?
Yeah.
All right. There's no sense in risking yourself on my account. I'm done for. All right. John, you got your answer. We're locked in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Gonna need one, Lacey. What do you got?
I'm going to take my hint.
All right. Let's do it. First ever secret hint.
Oh, no, we do Star Wars music. They're texting. James is texting Lacey.
Which is the movie that it's in.
Right. Yeah, he's not giving her the answer.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shoot. It's in the person.
Oh.
Lacey, did you get it?
James, there's 2 E's in there's 2 E's in revenge, by the way.
Yeah, I misspelled it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so the feeling from me right now is that Lacey she feels confident in her answer now. Yeah. But she's disappointed because she's only going to get 1 point if she gets it correct.
Right.
So you guys are locked in?
If I get it correct, I get 2?
Still get 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Yeah. In 3, 2, 1.
C-3PO.
C-3PO.
Both are correct.
Son of a bee.
C-3PO.
As soon as you said the movie, I was like, no, because I was like, so dramatic. And then in my own head, I didn't put it together.
That's a
to me. I thought the tell
because you went from 0 to got it.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to get that one. To me, I think the tell is I'm done for.
Yes,
I feel like he's the only one who would probably say that.
If it was I'm doomed, then it would have been really.
Oh, for
easy.
sure.
I'm done
there were
for.
Tons of lines where I'm like, I can't do that one. That's gonna give it away.
All
right, next one is. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. I feel the conflict in you. It's tearing you apart. I don't know what's happening right now, but John is writing down an answer. Sometimes I think John knows it like right away, and then he plays it up the rest of the time.
Not always. And now I gotta hear it again.
He's like, but this time.
I gotta hear it again.
All right. The quote is, "You don't have to do this. I feel the conflict in you. It's tearing you apart."
Oh, God.
Oh.
I'm changing my answer.
It could be he's doing that to play it up.
No.
No?
Hold on. Oh.
You don't have to do this. I feel the conflict in you. It's tearing you apart.
I'm sorry, you broke up on me. Read it one more time, James.
Should I read it like C-3PO to give you guys a little bit of a clue?
No, but your signal
just
got
kidding.
busted up on me.
All right. You don't have to do this. I feel the conflict in you. It's tearing you apart.
Okay, I think I got this.
I feel like this one's easy, but also there's something in there that throws it off.
Lacey,
But then
do you
again,
have
I
it?
probably
Do you have
wouldn't
an
get this
answer?
right. So.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got
Why
it?
are you like crying? What is going on with you?
Nothing.
She's so upset. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Luke Skywalker.
Padme.
Both incorrect.
Is it Rey?
It's Rey from The Last Jedi.
What?
So
Luke says something very similar in Return of the Jedi, and I watched
Return of
that
the
scene
Jedi.
today.
So I
Well, I
think
know
that
Luke-
Lacey was on the exact path that I was describing, which is I think this is easy because it's tearing you apart portion is very Rey to Kylo, but I knew that it would trip you guys up because of the I feel the conflict
Yes.
in you.
Yeah.
Word or
let go
line.
of
So
your hate.
people at home,
Yes.
Lacey said Mace Windu and Rey.
But it doesn't mean anything.
I know.
My first answer was Luke Skywalker, and I crossed it out, and I thought it was Padme to Luke on Mustafar. Or to Padme
Yeah.
to Anakin on Mustafar.
No, the
It's,
thing that tripped me
it's
up is
Rey
that
in the
Luke's-
elevator.
Luke says, but the thing that's throwing me off is she says Ben, and then she says the line that you're saying.
Well, he obviously can't put that in there.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's what threw me off because I watched Return of the Jedi today, that
Yeah.
scene with Vader, and he says something very, very similar.
He says, I feel the conflict within you, let go of your hate. That's what Luke says to Vader.
Yeah.
So I knew once I kept recycling the end part, I'm like, it's not Luke. He's tricking me. I'm like, I think this is it's poetry, it rhymes. I'm like, so that's got to be Padme talking to Anakin, because she says something like that too, like let go of, or I feel the conflict. She definitely says something like that. So I guess they're just doing the old beats. That's damn. I thought I had that one. Okay, I should have hit.
All right, here we go, guys.
Taking my hint, idiot. All
so
right,
we're at 3
hold
and
on.
4.
What's the score here?
We are at 6-3.
6-3.
6-3. All right.
Question 6.
You guys ready for the next quote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm not used to people sticking around when things go bad. I'm not used to people sticking around when things go bad. John just repeats every round. He does like a think, a right, and then a freak out every time.
I try to get something on paper as soon as I can before my brain starts playing tricks on me.
Yeah. All right, here we go again. I'm not used to people sticking around when things go bad.
Oh, God.
Just a reminder from the beginning, these were picked at random. The movie was picked at random
Yeah.
I hate this game.
every time.
I mean, it's fun. I wonder how everyone's doing at home right now.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
I just want to
All right.
get this over with.
All right, you got a name locked in, Lacey?
Yes.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Jyn Erso.
Boom! Both of you got it. 2 points to both teams. You're not really teams, but whatever. Team John, Team Lacey.
It's me.
Like
and-
Twilight. You know what I mean?
It's me and
They
Lord
weren't really
Vader over here.
teams, but yeah.
He's like, what did you guess? I'm like, up, up, up. He's like, good.
Was that one too easy, guys?
No.
No.
All right, here we go. This one's a fun one. I'm kind of excited about it. Are you guys ready for this?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
My mom, on the other hand, most amazing woman I've ever met. Oh, sorry, I've ever known. Misquote. My mom, on the other hand, most amazing woman I've ever known.
I think that one I got. Lacey, do you have it?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Why do you not think you
You
have
good,
it right?
Lacey?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Lando
Lando
Calrissian.
Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian. I thought that one was fun because it doesn't at all seem like a Star Wars quote. Who would say that, right?
He talks about their dads first, and then he goes into, but my mom, on the other hand.
Yes. That was said in Solo for all of you Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi questioners.
Yes.
What? I don't remember that line.
Yes.
So what's
All
the
right,
score?
guys.
10.
Right now, the score is 10-5.
7.
5?
10,
7?
Nope, 7. Yep.
10-7.
I tried to do terrible math. 10-7.
And this
All
is the
right.
last question, right?
2 more questions.
Oh.
All right.
Question 8.
So, John, if you want to play fair, you could go for a hint, even if you know it.
No, I want him to play.
I'm just playing. If I know it, I know it. If I need a hint, I get a hint.
I know. I'm just saying.
I can't worry about
All right.
anyone else's score.
Okay. All right, here we go. The next one is... Ooh, which one should I pick? Let's go with this. Your mind powers will not work on me, boy. Your mind powers will not work on me, boy. Your mind powers will not work on me, boy. Clearly talking to a woman.
I think I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm good here. I hope so.
Do, 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 do. Who's going to win it? The darker shade of green or the bluer shade of green?
Can you say it one more time?
Your mind powers will not work on me, boy.
Oh my God, this is one of those ones again.
I think I have it, and as more time passes, I feel like I don't. But I'm not changing my answer.
I don't think John actually has it.
I probably don't.
Whatever, I have nothing to lose at this point. Go ahead.
In 3, 2, 1.
General Grievous.
Jabba.
Jabba's correct.
Dang it. I didn't even think of Jabba.
Your mind powers will not work on me, boy.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Oh. Don't forget that.
You know that line's not in Star Wars, folks.
Whoops. Whoops.
All right.
Whoops.
And with that round, John actually wins the game, but for funsies, we're going to do one more. We're going to do the last one.
For funsies.
Ninth one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, under the circumstances, I'd say the ability to fly this thing is irrelevant.
Got it.
Uh-oh.
Can you say it again?
I got it.
Well,
It doesn't
under
matter.
the circumstances, I'd say
Don't
the
be a
ability to
jerk.
fly this thing is
You didn't
irrelevant.
get my joke. You said, can you say it again? And I repeated what I said.
Go ahead, James.
Well, under the circumstances, I'd say the ability to fly this thing is irrelevant.
Should probably
John, you
talk
want the hint?
during this time.
No.
John, you want the hint?
No hint. I'm going for a no hint round. James, it's funny. Your video's frozen right now and your tongue was sticking out. You were like this.
Oh, good. Good. Now I know it's permanent.
Okay, one more time.
Well, under the circumstances, I'd say the ability to fly this thing is irrelevant. John, having missed
Yes.
2 in this round,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just point
I'm
that
going to
out.
go for it. Just a random
Did
guess.
pretty good. All right, random guess. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Anakin.
Both got it. Anakin
Yay!
Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith.
When half the ship breaks off.
Yep. 2 points to both of you, ending the round with a John at 14 and Lacey at 9.
Good.
Great game, guys.
Good match.
Lots of fun. I like
Good.
being in the know. I don't mind being the reader. Although collecting the clips is tough, especially in The Last Jedi. I don't know if it's like the writing, but like every single piece of dialogue in that movie is very clear who's talking.
That line.
Every line in that movie is like, "This is your plan? We have to abandon this ship. You're crazy, Holdo." Like, who else says that?
You're
you know?
a liar and a traitor.
Yeah, I'm like, and then every line is and then her line back to that is like, "Get Poe Dameron, Commander, off of my deck.
Yeah.
My name is Holdo."
Yeah.
Like every line is
True,
just so
yeah.
clear who it is. I'm like, it took me so long to find Last Jedi quotes. All right, so that's it, guys. Fun game. Good
game.
on the players.
Good game.
Lots of fun.
I want to know.
How did you guys do?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments section below. Give us your scores. At least tell us, you could tell us what your score was, or at least tell us like I beat Lacey, or like I almost beat John, or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe someone
Let us
got a
know.
perfect score. Maybe someone went full 18.
I don't doubt it. And I also don't doubt that there were a lot of people that were like 6s,
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
And I want to
All
hear
right,
some
but,
of the, I thought this was that, but it was this. Like, I like, because when you play it, it's like you think you got it sometimes. It's just, it's crazy. It's fun. But,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. Well, we got a trailer coming up on Monday.
Yep.
Or no, we don't. Wait, yes, no. Yes. Trailer on
I hope
this
so.
upcoming Monday.
Hopefully.
But now we're going to do Resistance Transmission. So, Lacey.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
It's time for Resistance Transmissions. So the way this works is every week John puts up a crazy, wacky situation, and then you guys give your answers. And we pick some of the best ones, creative, funny, whatever. I've never read the scenario and or the answers, so I'm reading this live with you. All right, so the situation is, who do you predict will have the final line in the upcoming Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker trailer, and why? First is OT Nix at This Is Nix. Hello.
Hey.
And they said, it'd be funny if they just make the final line in the Rise of Skywalker trailer the Wilhelm scream sound of a stormtrooper, just to get it out of the way, because there's so much else that they'll have to fit into this final Skywalker saga film.
Just
I agree,
goes
that'd be
black
funny.
and you hear, ah!
Next is Kayla at ID Kayla. Hi, Kayla. And she said, Ben Solo, because the movie is The Rise of Skywalker, a.k.a. the Ben Solo Rising from Darkness. That's an
you
excellent
go.
answer.
There it is.
Next is Sean at The Rise of Ryer, who said, the last line will be Claude saying, Viva la Restance, in a New York accent.
Hey, viva the resistance. How you doing?
Nice.
How you doing?
That would take me out of the movie if Claude had a New York
Let's
accent.
go get some
Just
pizza
like
pie.
the guy that's like, there's a brand new hole in that house later.
Or like
It's not that bad.
Every
Yes,
character
oh my
from the
gosh.
prequels who's like either Italian or like an Asian stereotype or something.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Up next is Joey Sack at Joey Sack. Hi, Joey.
Hello,
Joey.
We saw you at New York Comic Con. It was so nice to meet you. You had a great cosplay.
Awesome time.
And he said Leia, because Luke spoke at the end of the teaser and Palpatine spoke at the end of the D23 reel. What better way to end the last trailer for the last Skywalker saga film than with some words from the last of the Skywalker twins? I agree. We talked about this a couple weeks ago that it could be Palpatine or Leia. But I think Leia would definitely be really cool.
That'd be powerful.
Especially if the trailer's coming out on her birthday. Like that's...
Oh, yeah.
Next is Blue Milk on the Rocks at Blue Milk OTR. And they said,
You got a
Babu,
problem with green milk?
yeah. Babu Frick, after pulling a handful of wires out of 3PO's head, I've got a bad feeling about this.
There you go.
Oh, could you imagine that being in the trailer? Like not Babu Frick and all that, just like I've got a bad feeling about this being.
Yeah. Now, if you put
The,
that in
like,
the quote
sales
game,
line?
you have like 17 people you could pick of who said it.
Yes.
Oh,
We should do a challenge that includes that as a question.
Next is Carl staring at you through your window. Is that really his name?
It's Carl Stare.
Did he put the staring at...
Yeah. That's
Oh.
his Halloween, like his
that's his Halloween
thing.
That's his spooky name?
Yeah.
I thought that this was John poking fun at that I never get this name right. So Carl
It was not.
at Darth Hurricane. He said, it will be Rey's voice on a black screen. She will use a line that Palpatine used in The Return of the Jedi. You will die. Ooh, that's dark.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That is
Imagine
dark.
Rey says that to Palpatine, though.
Yeah, but imagine going into the movie
Oh, I
like
know.
that, like, oh, she's about to throw down.
First we see Dark Rey in the D23, and then we hear that and be like, oh no.
Yeah.
Next is Matthew Godin at Football Jedi. And he said, it may not make logical sense, but I can't help but feel JJ will attempt to stay true to the original layout and give the final line to Leia. This was originally supposed to be her movie. With the magic of film editing, I think it could happen. I agree, Matthew. Next is Dekine Awakens at Dekine Awakens. And he said, it'll be Darth Maul, and he'll tell Rey, get your to Dathomir. James, you might want to write down time code
gosh.
for this episode.
Stop. This is immediately. This is more than doubled our
Bleeping.
Well, you can't-
most
you can't-
bleeps.
Now he's going
3 bleeps now. Tripled our highest ever.
And last but not least, I'm so sorry, is Todd Speed at... Oh, wait. Todd Speed Rebels. Get it? Godspeed Rebels. Haha.
Yep.
At Todd Hertz. And he said, Babu Frick with a tiny guitar. Well, folks, that's how it really happened. The Resistance resisted and the Skywalker rose. And that's how the Sky War was won. Star War was
I
won.
like that.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
really good. Is that like the rooster in Robin Hood? Is that what that is?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Hamster dance.
Guys, thank you so much for your answers. If you want to be on the show, make sure to follow us on Twitter at RBATSWNN. And then every week, John puts up some scenario and you give your answers and you could be on the show. Back to you, John.
Guys, we made it. Thank you so much for watching, listening, being a part of the Resistance, playing along on Who Are You? We hope you guys had fun with the game, because that is the name of the game. And let us know what you thought about the your answers for One with the Force, because we're all getting frozen in carbonite or freezing somebody, so we got to find out who that was. But make sure you are subscribed to us. I'm sure most of you already are, but you can do that on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you comment, get involved. There's a lot of discussions going on, people getting to know each other. All of a sudden you become buddies with TRB fans. It's a good time. So spread the word and let other people know. Share a link, and you'd be surprised. You are the reason why we're growing, so thank you so much. Make sure you're heading to StarWarsNewsNet.com every day for your latest Star Wars news, especially with the trailer right around the corner. A lot of stuff's going to be starting blowing up with TV spots and interviews and all that stuff. So that's your one-stop shop for Star Wars news. And also go to patreon.com/Resistance Broadcast. That is where you can support us. We have 5 tiers starting at $2 a month for page access, and as you go up each level, you have certain rewards and benefits, like being able to contribute to the show. Even you saw one of our generals there, Mello, doing a pod race where you're actually on the show. That's tier 5. But take a look at our 5 tiers and see which one fits for you. And if you want to sign up. We appreciate the support. You can also head to tpublic.com/user/Resistance Broadcast if you want to pick up some of our swag, like a simple Resistance Broadcast t-shirt, or if you haven't gotten your Make Solo 2 Happen shirt yet, you can grab that, or a bunch of other designs, most of them done by James over here. I do want to say it's a very special thank you to our Patreon generals. Like I just mentioned, Carmelo before. Also, we have Brian Shalito, Andrew Staley, Neil Lowry, Jeremy Myers, Neil Shaw, David Probus, John Reese, and Val Trichkoff. I love that the 2 General Beards are right next to each other. You have General Beard and General Graybeard. That's David and John. But thank you guys so much for all of your support. We appreciate it so much. You guys can find me on Twitter at Johnny Hoey and over at Star Wars News Net. James?
Twitter and Instagram at Myra Trunks. Tweeting about stuff that, I don't know, is Star Warsy.
All the time. Lacey?
People can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lacey Gillerin.
Talking about everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just being me.
Doing a thing. All right, guys.
Just being me.
Being me. You can't see me over here. All right, guys. Enjoy your weekends, and we'll see you on Monday, which will be Trailer Day, and the day after my birthday, to which I will not reveal how old I am, because that's what goes on around here. But we hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you in a few days right here on the Resistance Broadcast. See you around, kids.